Hey everybody, this is your girl Kimberly Pinkston with her story. Hey y'all. Tonight we are going to have a little fun with this, and we're going to talk about what Mama didn't tell us. Girl, it's so much stuff that Mama and them didn't tell us. Whoo, whoo. Till I don't even know where to start. So let me just start at the beginning. I remember when we were all little girls, and I don't know if y'all had those health classes back in elementary or middle school where they teach you about the fallopian tubes and everything, and you're sitting there looking like, what the hell is this? And back in the day, I grew up in the 60s, okay? So back in the day when we were in elementary school or seventh, eighth grade or whatever, and they would give us this book that talked about, your cycle and all the stuff that was going to happen to your body and how it's going to change and all this kind of stuff. We still looking crazy because we used to play in dodge bat ball, and the boys against the girls. We didn't have a clue what was going on. You got to take the little book, read through the little book, and go and have the talk with your mother, and they sign off on it and stuff. I don't know how that worked for y'all. But we didn't get a whole lot of information from my mother. She looked at the book and said, well, this is just a part of life, basically, and signed off on it and sent us on our merry way. Now, as you grow up, become a young lady, a young woman and stuff, you start to figure stuff out on your own. Plus, you have these conversations with your friends. And see, right now I'm flashing, y'all. Hold tight. We're going to talk about this, too. All right. So, at any rate, you go through all of this and you meet the man of your dreams. So you think, and you fall all in love, and you think everything is all perfect and everything. Nobody told us about this crap, that it don't always work like it's supposed to work on the first time, and that he might be a little cray cray, and that you shouldn't let a man hit on you. You know what I mean? He shouldn't try to control you, and all this craziness is going on. We didn't get the scoopy scoop on that. Now, if any of y'all got to share, please share and let a sister know, because we didn't get that. But the real issue, the baby's daddy, the baby daddy drama, the marriage, trying to work with that, make sure that you work it out and that y'all become one and y'all can work through all these problems, and you got to deal. And then when you have children, you got to deal with him and them and you. Girl, nobody gave me the scoop on this, okay? Nobody gave me the scoop on this because I probably would have made some different choices, which is all I'm saying. I probably would have made some different choices. Now, I'm not sure why today I'm having a hot flash, okay? But I'm having one. And let's talk about this crap. Okay. I had been doing some research because I wanted to talk about this because I had been talking to some friends about this stuff and we were just dying laughing. We were falling out laughing at all the stuff that our mothers didn't tell us. Nobody gave us the heads up on what to look for, the good man, bad man, crazy man, none of that. We had to figure that out. It was truly, truly a trial and error purpose, and then, by the time you think you were all in love and stuff, he's great, wonderful, that he's a total asshole. And maybe at that time I was too, I don't know. But I believe he was more ass than me. Okay. That's just my opinion. But at any rate, this menopause thing, girl, didn't nobody say nothing about the hot flashes that was going to be coming up and swooping all over us and everything and carrying on. Nobody said a word about the after the cycle stuff. Or like when you're in your late 30s, early 40s, you start realizing that, things are starting to change, and you have these hot flashes from hell that start from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, and all you can do is run somewhere and try to strip naked and lay down where it's nice and cool, refrigerator preferably. It's insane. It is insane. And all the other stuff that goes with it. So tonight, I did my homework, pulled up some little research to figure out something else. Oh, yeah. And also, I was reading this little article, right? And girl, there's a woman on there, 59 years old, and had a baby. Now, truly, Jesus would have had to come meet me and tell me that I'm carrying the Immaculate Conception. 59 years old, and she had a baby, y'all, because she was going through menopause. And because your hormones is all over the place, up, down, they claim that you don't ovulate, but they don't know for sure. I guess this one just slipped in. 50, now think about that. 59 years old with a baby. Okay, typically, doctors and everybody like to recommend it. I mean, you can have a baby anytime. Technology is advanced these days. But when you're in your 20s, you have the energy to keep up with them little people because, you're still running around and doing what you do and everything, and all your girlfriends, you all pool and babysit and all that kind of stuff. You got that energy. You're vibrant. You're just ready to go, and you've got stuff to do. So, managing little people is okay. But at 59, with hot flashes, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and a 1-year-old that's running around being a typical 1 or 2-year-old that you cannot give back to the mama because you are the mama and it's not the grandbaby. Girl, I'm trying to tell y'all, they would have to lock me up in a padded cell because I just don't think I could do it. Like I said, Jesus have to send one of the angels on down to explain to me what this one is, because not too long ago I met a lady in a nail shop, and she was there with a little baby running around and stuff, and everybody was saying, "Oh, your granddaughter is so cute," and she's like, "That's not my granddaughter, it's my daughter." So all the eyebrows went up while we were sitting in a chair getting our feet done, and so the Asians don't have no shame. And so the little Asian lady said to her, she says, "Oh, how old are you?" So, we all perked up, kind of listened in. The sister said she was 50. And so one of the other ladies sitting in the chair said, "Okay, so is this your first baby? She said, "I don't mean to be personal." She said, "But I'm just asking a question. Is this your first baby? Were you having difficulty?" She said, "No, my other 3 children have been grown." And we said, "Oh, okay." Now, mind you, we was all thinking the same thing. Child, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And Roe v. Wade was still intact, y'all. We were all like, we couldn't do it. But tonight, we're going to go into depth and talk about this thing and talk about how it all starts. Okay, the first stage, they say, is perimenopause. And that means, peri means around menopause. Girl, they got some names for us, okay? What happens here is that the levels of estrogen start dropping. You notice that your cycle either gets longer or shorter. You have all kinds of symptoms. You have irregular periods. You have hot flashes, sleep problems, mood changes, vaginal and bladder problems, vaginal dryness, urinary leaks, decreased fertility, which means you're not ovulating as regular as you were, changes in sexual function, sometimes you just don't feel like it and you don't even have a desire for it. You can have bone loss and changes in your cholesterol level. Okay, now let's go into a little more detail. These mood swings, when I tell y'all they so real. You know, one minute you'll be fine, and then the minute somebody else says something, and you go, "What? What?" I mean, just out of the clear blue, they just happen. And then sometimes you have to learn to laugh at yourself and catch yourself. The mood swings, the high flashes. But see, here's the thing with the high flashes, sometimes you don't get them in the daytime. Most of the time, you get what they call the night sweats. Those night sweats where you wake up in the middle of the night and you are just hot as I don't know what. It could be 35 degrees outside, girl, but and they got the heat on in the house. You got to have some air. You got to have some air to cool down. It's hilarious, but you do, right? Okay, and the sleep problems. The sleep problems. I swear to God, when you go through this, you end up waking up like, like babies do. It's like you revert back to when you were an infant or something. You know how babies wake up in the middle of the night and you'd be like, oh my God, can she go back to sleep? Can she go back? And they're just wide awake. That's exactly how you are. Now, I'm giving y'all a heads up if you've never experienced this so you know what to look for. But look, and here's another thing. Don't turn on that damn ID channel, okay? Because that ID channel will have you watching that shit all night long, okay? I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning like it's all right, like I've been up, like I'm supposed to be up, and it's daylight. ID channel is on. I got to watch every episode there is because they get you hooked. You're trying to see what happened, and then realize, hell, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up in a little while. And this is how it goes. It just goes like this daily, and then you're hot. One minute you're cold, the next, and a lot of women I talk to, we laugh about it. We sleep with one leg out of the cover, one half on the cover. All kind of craziness is going on. It's just so ridiculous till you just have to laugh, right? Um, you get vaginal dryness. You have bladder leaks. Like if you laugh and you feel like there's a little water coming out, it probably is. Nobody tells us this. Hell, nobody even talks about this, except we talk about this amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? So I'm just having a conversation and putting it out here for all you youngsters who be trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, and let us not forget what all of this hormonal stuff is going on and craziness is going on. Your hair start thinning. And you're like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? And in some cases, some people have it so severe that even when they are starting to brush your hair, you probably think you got cancer, because you just can comb your hair and clumps of hair will start falling out. This is a different kind of stuff. And I still don't understand why mom and them didn't tell us. Now, I do remember growing up that, our mother and my grandmother would always be hot and be sitting there fanning and stuff. And I was like, y'all hot, it's cold in here. And I was like, child, it's hot in here. And we never thought none of it. Nor did they think to even tell us about this. Okay? Nobody told us about this. Because I have two sisters and we laugh about this because nobody told us nothing. And so I'm just like, this is some craziness here. Some true craziness here. So here's the thing, ladies. When you're going through perimenopause, they said it usually starts some women, it starts in their 30s. God help y'all, But most women, it starts in your 40s. And then they said it could last for 10 years. What? This is just premenopause. This ain't even the real deal where it has hit you yet. This is just to get you used to going through all of this craziness, right? And this is when, and sometimes I wonder, is this when we get the epiphany, when we start weeding out the friends that we know we shouldn't have and stuff? We like, look, I don't even have time to put up with that foolishness, because the hormones is going crazy and all this, and this infinite wisdom all just appears, and you go, nah, I got to stop hanging with this heifer here because she crazy. because most of the time at 40, you get that epiphany where you start weeding out your friends. I mean, I remember when I was growing up, we rolled 9 deep. Oh, I'm good with one now. Yeah, who need all that drama? I don't have the patience for that. And also another thing that happens, you become very outspoken. You say what you say, like the saying goes, and I say what I said. And that's just that, just the fact. So with perimenopause, like I said, the symptoms: irregular periods. Sometimes you will bleed so heavy that you have to change every hour. It's crazy. It is crazy. you know, um, hot flashes, sleep problems, mood swings, and all of these symptoms. When you have these mood swings and these hot flashes and your hormones, is just figuring out what the heck is going on, what they want to do. Um, you got all kind of problems going on, so you can't sleep. You can't sleep. You sleep in blocks. You might come home from work and pass out. You wake up at 1 o'clock. You watch TV for 3, 4 hours and go back to sleep again, and know you got to get right back up. It's just really, really crazy. Decreased fertility, not ovulating like you used to, or very irregular. And see, this is where the slip up babies come from, y'all. You have to watch yourselves, okay? Because the menopause babies are real. Y'all know we got some grandmas and stuff that have been caught up in that, and got these little children running around. Okay? So that is the perimenopause. Now, what can we do about this? They said you can take, estrogen treatments and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of times that stuff causes cancer. Okay? So, you want to really be cautious of that, of what's going on with that. Um, In addition to that, there are natural herbal supplements you can take that kind of calm down the hot flashes and all that. But that's a trial and error thing. Some things work for some people, some don't. Most of us just have to deal with it. You just have to go head on with life and deal with it. You have a hot flash, or one of my cousins calls them an early summer. But shoot, if you have an early summer every day, girl, it's just rough. It's just rough. Okay, like I'm over here flashing now. Now, usually I do not have these flashes, but I think this is a psychological thing here going on now. Okay, so then after you finish that, you go to postmenopause. Okay, postmenopause. All right, when you're going through perimenopause, menopause is when you're actually in the throes of things. It's set. You haven't had your cycle in a while, and when you do, it's irregular, like 6 months here, and then you might see something another 6 months later, whatever, until all that runs out, then you're good, but the hot flashes, the mood swings, the hormone imbalance, the hair loss, the aching of the breast, gravity starts to take hold, it's just craziness, sheer craziness. Then you go through the postmenopausal stage, okay? Now, how long does postmenopause last? They said they don't know. So you could still be 72, still having hot flashes, boo-boo, going through this same craziness. They don't know. It just depends on the person. And like I said, if a 59-year-old woman got pregnant going through postmenopause, um, we don't know. It could happen to you. So I'm gonna have to tell y'all, at that age, you like Nancy, what's her name, Nancy Reagan, when she had that slogan out for drugs, just say no. Because who trying to be raising a baby at 59 years old, child? That's just, mm-mm. Now, there are some people who love being a mother, and don't get it twisted. I've got kids myself and loved it when it was during that time. But at 59, girl, I'm in my 60s, child, and I've tried to tell you, I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. Now, hormonal changes after postmenopause are still the same. Your symptoms are hot flashes and night sweats, vaginal dryness and sexual discomfort. Sometimes you might get depressed. You got changes in the sex drive, insomnia, your skin dries out, you gain weight, urinary incontinence, hair loss. This is some serious stuff here. And why didn't mommy tell us? Mommy didn't tell us. Nobody gave us a heads up on what to expect. So I just thought I'd take a little time out of my day and share some things with you so that y'all can be on the lookout and don't think that you are totally going crazy. Oh, God, Jesus. Because you're not. And that this is a normal part of life that women have to go through. I'm trying to tell y'all, I really think this is all Eve's fault. I don't care what y'all say. That heifer talk Adam into biting that apple, and now we got to pay for this with all of this craziness. It's enough that when you start out, you have your period, and you don't know what's going on, you get scared to death. Then you realize you got one, and and then you know your life is all good, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden it's gone, gone, and then you have to deal with these symptoms. And child, these symptoms ain't nothing to play with, okay? You be hot one minute, cold the next, happy one minute, sad the next. I don't know if y'all ever seen that episode of the Bill Cosby Show when Claire Huxtable was going through menopause. It was hilarious, but if it was so accurate, it was just crazy. Really, it was. So I hope you've enjoyed my little humorous tips today, something to make you smile and to take the monotony out of the stuff that's going on in the world today. If you'd like us, share it. Visit us at herstory.agency. Donate to the cause. Send me an email, info@Pink Network TV. And you all have an awesome, awesome evening. Good night.